The August Trees and Woodlands meeting. If Anton is able to join us, I'll just let him in on the meeting. George, do you want to start off with updates? Do you have any updates?
Well, we're good to go in terms of food donations, in terms of money for the event. Obviously, haven't started soliciting volunteers yet, but I wasn't going to do that until we get a little closer to the event. But my end, we're in good shape so far. If we want to continue to do it, but I guess that's the question I would have right now: is what's the prognosis for successfully doing a Roots Day on October 16th? So
that's my concern as well. I'll just put it out there. I think it's really unwise to carry on and try and have this, given the way everything's trending right now. The breakthrough cases are no longer actually considered to be breakthrough. It's happening at a much more frequent rate. People that even mask and vaccinate. I know 2 people right now who've been vaccinated, masked, and they both had COVID. They've taken all the necessary precautions. It looks like the peak of this is going to be in October, which, kind of exacerbates the situation even more. Also, I'm concerned my crews being out there, given that we're essential and we have to be here. And if I have my guys out there and amongst all that, and we have an issue, in this department, it's going to shut me down completely.
That would not be good.
Yeah, I know here, even in our office, we've had some issues come through with COVID cases and, family-wise, we have a family friend who passed away. So, I don't know if we need to, I can talk to Aaron and just be like, is there some point something has to happen, or can we just pull it now before we get too far deep into ordering trees and everything else?
Yeah, that's the big one right there, ordering trees. And I don't know if there's any way to do it in an alternative manner like we're doing for Big Sweep, which is October 2nd, which we have small groups, everybody's wearing a mask, they're all separated in different areas around the city, but we can't do that with Roots Day.
No, you can't do that, George, not with this.
No,
that's just not going to.
We can forego not feeding them, food and cooking and stuff, but it's,
sure, but hundreds of this event, George, because we have to have too many people close together planting trees. You can't maintain social.
No, you can't.
Trees.
You can't. It's a whole different event.
Yeah.
So,
I think the last thing we want is for this to become a super spreader.
No.
That's it's just, that would be a nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
It looks like it's going to be a mandate pretty soon that everybody in the county has to wear a mask, like we did before when we go into places of business. I think Guilford County passed that. It's probably going to come. I just wonder how it looks.
The mayor's goes into effect Friday at 5 or something like that, right?
Yeah, there we go. And
it could be statewide. I just read an article from Governor Cooper, and he's debating whether to make it a statewide mandate. So may come down the pike.
I think it's the pragmatic and prudent call.
I hate to do it again. If we decide to delay it or cancel it and wait till next year, I'm going to have to go ahead and get a hold of all the sponsors again, and particularly, one of the grants that I have, a $5,000 grant from UPS. That's got a timeline. It's got a deadline when we have to report back. So I'm going to have to get in touch with all these sponsors and say, can we hold off and push it out to next year? And same thing with all the donations. I did it last year, but
yeah,
that'd be a little extra work for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of extra work for me, but it is what it is. So
yeah, and I wonder is there a way to use that grant funding for something else if we have to use it, or does it have to be Roots Day?
No, it has to be Roots Day. It's specifically the grant application that I wrote and then we got approved was for tree planting event, was for Community Roots Day. So yeah, I can work. I'm sure I can work it out somehow. It's through Keep America Beautiful, and they're very understanding. So
yeah. Well, I haven't contacted anybody. I just talked to the school system. I finally got a hold of someone from the school system, like literally 10 minutes before this meeting started. But we haven't signed any contract with them. So if we have to pull out, that's not a big deal. And I haven't talked to any churches or anything like that. So on our end, it's nothing's been really done. I've held off contacting any churches because I didn't know the status of things, what would happen.
I need to contact SC Logo Works too, because they've already got T-shirt screen printing lined up. Obviously they haven't gotten artwork yet, but I need to talk to them to hold off ordering any shirts. So I'll make a note of that.
Yeah, and Derek, I'm assuming you haven't done any trees, tree plan or anything like that, or have you?
We haven't yet. No, we have not yet. It's probably the safest. I would just hate to get toward end of September and then, everything's canceled, because the city at one time, you couldn't even meet with so many people. Mm-hmm. It would be bad to have those rules, in place again. And there we are planning that event. It'd be a lot of money wasted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think the safe thing. Yeah.
This is an event you can't hold off on because you have to put the tree order bid out the next couple of weeks, I would imagine. And once that's done, that's sort of, it's kind of too late. The train's left the station at that point, so. I'll talk to Aaron, make sure that he doesn't have any problems with it, but I don't have any problems with it. Just saying, it is what it is. There's not much anybody can do about it.
I think that would be the recommendation from this committee. And who has the final word on that?
Probably the city manager, I would assume. So, city manager.
I agree on canceling the event. It's we're risking putting so much people in danger versus, planting the trees.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what the next plan is supposed to be positive.
What's the next, who's going to take it up the line?
I'll take it up the line. So I'll get with Aaron today and see, so see what he says, and I'm sure he'll agree. But the way things are going, I just see us sort of being holed up again here in a couple of weeks. And things keeps trending the same way.
And we're at a tipping point.
I'll pass it along to Nick as well.
What was that?
I'll pass it along to Nick as well, and he can inform Johnny what our thoughts are.
Okay, if you would, thank you. And I'll start I won't contact any of the sponsors yet until I hear a yay or nay from further up the line.
Yeah. And I imagine we'll just do the same thing we did before last year. I think we just had marketing put something out on the web saying, a press release saying that Community Roots Day has been canceled this year due to the pandemic. I think they did that sometime in the beginning of October. They just put out a little announcement. And that was basically it, since it hasn't really been publicized in any manner. So it's not, I don't think we have to do as much, but.
And I'm assuming we want to push it off till next fall. We don't want to do something in the spring or plan something at an alternative date, correct?
Correct.
I would still just go with the fall.
That's when you should plant trees.
Yeah, that's when you should plant trees. That's usually when the event's held. We'll just hold off on this location. We'll have to, once the decision's made, we'll have to let the council member know and the mayor know so they can adjust their schedules. But that's fairly simple to do. It's just
very good. Keep us updated with what you hear, Amy.
Yeah, I'll get with him today. It's unfortunate, it'd be nice if we had some positive event to look forward to.
Well, I've got Big Street second, so.
Yeah, so it's but I don't see a way around it with how things are trending.
Yeah, I agree.
That's our thinking.
That's our assessment.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Is there anything else we need to talk about? George, I'll get with Aaron, make sure everything's good with that. And then I'll let you all know what he says. Keith, you'll get with Nick to inform Johnny. So they're aware. And then once we get the confirmation that we're good with canceling the event, then George, you can go ahead and talk to your sponsors and grants and whomever.
Yeah. I'll hold off.
Rentors.
I'll hold off till I hear back. But it should.
And then I'll get with marketing to do the press release, basically.
Thanks, Amy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. Crum.
All right, is there anything else that we need to discuss?
I'm
I
good.
don't have anything.
I think we're good, unfortunately.
Nothing. Yes, unfortunately.
All right. Well, I'll let you know what I hear back, and I guess we can go from there. And if we cancel the event, then I'll cancel. Obviously, there's no need to meet in September unless y'all, there really is no reason to meet in September or October. So.
Correct.
Yeah, that's good, Mr. Crum.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Amy.
Take care.
Thanks, Amy.
Everyone have a good day. Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
Take care.